not even looking to make any more videos about Corey Holcomb or Anton Daniels.
Is that right?
But people keep sending me stuff. And
That they
allegedly,
do.
Anton Daniels has been going on this particular Twitter post.
I bet he has.
And then Twitter deletes spree. And he did it the other day after going after Corey Holcomb. Once the video of Corey Holcomb came out of hitting that lady. But then here's another example. He posted, "I'm going to show you why you shouldn't worship these industry celebrities. Almost all of
called
them
them industry.
are fake,
Is that right?
closeted, and demonic." They've had a chokehold on the culture and are the worst for it. I don't want to be friends ever.
Is that right?
Before I could get the screenshots of the post where people were basically roasting Anton Daniels up, you can imagine what people were saying. A lot of hypocrisy, a lot of, you do this and you do that. And then I thought about something in particular.
What's
And I
that,
wanna talk
O'Shea
about
Duke?
a concept. It's called cognitive ability. Cognitive ability refers to our mental capacity to do a few things. Number one, acquire knowledge, reason, solve problems, understand language, remember information, and to adapt to new situations. Other things like processing speed, how quickly you can think and respond. But, and examples in life would be like reading a complex article, remembering instructions, solving a math problem, things like that, making decisions under pressure. And typically how these things are improved, one of the main ways that you can improve your cognitive ability is
practice.
by reading. It's one of the best ways to do it. But
That's practice.
when you look at this idea of cognitive ability, when you listen to white racists or when you listen to black conservatives, they would argue
listen to them
that, on average, the black American community or even the African American community or black American community and blacks in general worldwide have a lower cognitive ability of other races.
Is that right?
Especially in comparisons to whites. And this is what Anton is doing right now. He's saying that everybody else is a problem in the culture. And when he says industry celebrities, he's not talking about just white industry celebrities. He's talking about black celebrities. And a lot of this is some of the people who could be, critical of his debate with Corey Holcomb himself. And then he's calling them fake, closeted, and demonic. Okay. They've had a chokehold on the culture. And when he means the culture, it's just not the culture of entertainment. He's talking about the black culture. But one of the things in cognitive ability that I really think is very interesting is your ability to, number one, understand yourself and understand other people. That is a part of reasoning. When you're reasoning, you have the ability to look at, number one, yourself. What is the problem with myself? Now, I know that we are all biased towards ourselves. We would all love to believe that we are greater than we really are until, a fateful day comes and we get humbled. But one of the reasons that cognitive ability is so important because you get to understand how somebody else feels. Let me give you an example. When we were in high school reading books, some of you may have read something like,
Nigga, I haven't read a book. I was just telling a shorty this last week. Nigga, I ain't read a book since elementary school, boy. Front to back, nigga. Nigga, the second grade, I tapped out, nigga. No God. That's why I got problems in my adulthood, man.
To Kill a
Tragic.
Mockingbird.
Nigga ain't reading that long ass shit. Nigga, ain't nobody reading that shit.
Shakespeare's plays Romeo and Juliet, or if you read the Bible, King James Version.
Nobody reading that shit. I need to read something.
What you try to do is
It's
to
boring.
understand the writer's point of view. And that is why, if you think about, American school system or European school systems, one of the things that occurs in education, kind of without you knowing, is that you're able to see somebody else's perspective. And that's the reality of an educated person. A well-rounded educated person can look at somebody else's point of view and then look at
You don't have to read books to be able to have that ability, though. Like, what the fuck?
their own point of view and see where the flaws are.
It's
And
just seeing where somebody coming from, low key. Now it's different if you're reading a book to like try to see where they're coming from. Then you gotta read the whole book to do that. But like in real life, day to day, my nigga, you don't gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Some people. So I mean, it's just common sense, really. You know what I'm saying? Some people lack that for sure. Yes.
Can do that and say, you know what? Here I'm wrong. I'm making a mistake here. This person's logic is better than mine, and I'm in error in comparisons to what they're saying in this particular passage or about me in particular. But when you look
And sometimes that's just putting your ego to the side.
at Anton Daniels and how he's handling himself, he's always blaming somebody else. It's these industry celebrities. These people are fake, closeted, and demonic. But this is a man who says that he's a Christian and he has 5 quote unquote holes on the side and his wife is okay with it. But he also says he follows God. But everybody else is fake, closeted, and demonic.
Boy, you
Right,
sit
right,
your
right,
stupid
right, right.
ass down. Who the you think you is?
He mentions when you peek behind the curtain, it's all a facade. Well, we can say that about Anton Daniels. When you talk about his life, you can talk about him being demonic. You can talk about him being fake. You can talk about him being closeted. You can say all of these things about Anton Daniels in which he is leveraging these points on other people. Talk about them having the chokehold on the culture and they are the worst for it, but he won't talk about how he benefits. But as a black conservative, his job should be trying to change the culture, but he's a part of the chokehold on the culture and he can't understand that. I don't want to be friends ever is what he's saying, but with all of the calamities that he has in his own
Niggas were never your friends.
personal life,
Y'all were never friends. Him and Corey Holcomb was cool. They was friends before.
he doesn't want to be friends with the people that are like him. And it made me realize something.
What's that, a brother dope?
Anton Daniels may not be as smart as we thought he was.
Dummy.
This doesn't mean that Anton Daniels doesn't know how to make money or Anton Daniels is not successful, but Anton Daniels is a part of the problem in which he blames the black community for. He would like to separate himself from the problems of the black community when he's a product of the culture. Let him tell it, right? That he's talking about. Anton Daniels doesn't have reasoning ability. He cannot make logical connections and judgments. He could not understand that by making that post, he basically described his entire life, his entire personality, and in his own words, his entire facade. Right. He believes that other people cannot see through the problem that he posted, which means that he's okay to see other people's issues.
You in the same boat as them niggas. You know what I'm saying? You basically try to classify yourself as a celebrity, nigga.
But he cannot see his own. And the reason why he can't see his own is because part of his cognitive ability in one area or another is low. And so what I believe Anton Daniels has is some type of impediment. Now, I'm not saying that Anton Daniels is retarded. I'm not saying that Anton Daniels is not
You just said that nigga was retarded. I was like, no.
Functional. I'm not gonna say that
You just
because
said
Anton
that.
Daniels very well understands what he's doing and what he's trying to do. But he is showing us something about his learning ability and that his critical thinking and understanding is damaged. There is a problem there. There is a learning gap there. And see, this problem is so big in the black community because we all hate people like each other. That's the issue. That's the problem everywhere. I'm in Uganda, and I see this all the time. People always blame others for their problems, and you can break those problems up into 4 buckets. When you have a person that wants to make excuses, they can always use 4 frameworks. Number 1, I didn't understand the information, so I didn't know. Number 2, nobody told me. Okay, so no one told me about this. Or number 3, it's somebody else's fault. Okay, or number 4, but I already told you part of the information. All of these are excuses for why you can't do something. And when you look at Anton Daniels, he's using number 3. The number 3 unaccountability problem that you see in almost every poor country, including certain parts of America, whether it be white America or black America, is it's someone else's fault. I don't want to be around these people because all of these people are fake, but not me. And when you look at a person like that, it is almost mild retardation in that thinking. And such a person is dangerous.
Facts, cause you fake, nigga.
And this is one of the reasons why a person like Fresh and Fit or Tommy Sotomayor could lose their channel. They could turn back around and blame YouTube for it. I mean, you used to hear it all the time. Like, how is it that Tommy Sotomayor is?
Yeah, bro. I grown to learn not to blame YouTube. You can't blame others or the guidelines or whatever because you doing stuff how you want to do it, bro. And you got fucked up because of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, chances is you put yourself in that situation, you know?
Breaking all of these rules on YouTube, and he's blaming YouTube, and he's using free speech as a mechanism to defend his behavior of hate speech on the platform. Same thing with Just Pearly Things or Myron. You know, whenever you talk about how people want to limit his speech and stop him from doing things, it's somebody else's fault. When you look at Anton Daniels and when you talk about the fact that he's living a lifestyle that's ungodly, according to him, that he has multiple women outside of his marriage, he will try to reduce some.
And then it'd be like, you ain't getting the views you think you should be getting, man. That ain't that. You gotta figure out how to crack that algorithm, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If Fresh and Fit want to get back monetized, he gotta stop calling people the N-word. You know what I'm saying? The hard ER on his stream, on his channel. He gotta delete all the videos where he said it before. That's how you get remonetized. They'll give you an opportunity to get monetized again, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's money for YouTube. I mean, regardless, I think they still be putting ads on your shit though. Cause I know that they be putting ads on niggas' videos that ain't even monetized. You know what I'm saying? But they'll give you another opportunity, bro. You know what I'm saying? They gave you an appeal. You know, you probably didn't do what you needed to do to get your shit back monetized, nigga. You gotta delete them videos and you gotta quit saying it in future videos, nigga.
Somebody like me to saying, well, the reason why you're talking about me is because you have a female perspective. But the only way to justify it is that person has a low cognitive ability. That's all it is. And that person dresses himself up as, somebody that's more intelligent, some more intellectual. But the reality is that people that dress themselves up as more intelligent or more intellectual, in the real sense that I found, and I'm a person that went to medical school, those people have a learning deficit, clearly that they're trying to hide. The most intelligent people, and I've went to medical school, I've went to post-bac programs, people who are really smart and really bright, never have to tell anybody. They never talk about somebody else's inability to learn. They never really discuss someone's inability to learn. They don't do that. And the reason why they don't do that is because they're too busy being productive, and it's so easy for them to move away from somebody like that. So if you are from the Black community and you understand that there's a cognitive ability problem in certain parts of Black America,
this nigga lied about taking his daughter out of school. He might have actually done that, but there was no reason for him to even do that. Wasn't nobody going to school and clowning his daughter and pulling up the Corey Holcomb video. These is kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? These is kids, man. That nigga lied.
You use that for fuel to get away from it.
That's another excuse.
But if you understand that, you should not
playing victim,
be participating in that behavior. This is the whole situation with Anton Daniels and his ability.
After he kept running his mouth after the fact. And Corey wasn't saying nothing.
To engage Corey in the same Neanderthal tactics that he accused him of. Instead of understanding that his cognitive ability...
Not Neanderthal tactics, nigga.
Was better than Corey, let's just say that, quote unquote. He did the opposite. The reason why he was upset with Corey and got into it with Corey and then went on this world tour of... saying how he was going to beat Corey up and all of this stuff, is because of a learning deficit issue. That's the only way you can explain it. You can say that in some capacity, his mental ability to learn and to reason is more limited than what he wants to explain. And you can dress it up as I have more money than you. You can dress it up that I have more cars than you. You can dress it up in all of these other facets of, phrases and language and talking points. But when people see you post something like this, there is only one thing that you can think of. That person's almost retarded. Doesn't mean that person is really retarded. Doesn't mean that, okay? But it does mean that that person is not mentally stable. And so we have to really look at ourselves and say, I have a problem here, and it's me. It's me. Like there was a song in church that they would sing when I was a young kid. It's me, O Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Like if you guys are from the old school, your grandparents was Baptist, you understand that. And that song was probably the greatest level of accountability that I ever heard in the black church. And for a Christian like Anton, almost everything about religion boils down to one thing: submissiveness and accountability. You cannot even really be a Muslim. You cannot really be a Christian if you are not willing to do those things. The idea of most Abrahamic religions as a whole is that I have a problem and I can never solve this problem without the help of God. I have errors. I am flawed. I mean, the Apostle Paul talked about it all the time. You know, I am mired in sin and I have all these problems with the flesh. And I mean, you guys understand the whole story. But if that's Anton, he can't have those issues, because look at what he's talking about now. It's everybody else's fault in the industry, and I'm absolved from that behavior. Low cognition. Guys, what do you think?
So, go back to this. I'm going to show you why you shouldn't worship these industry celebrities. Now, Anton's not necessarily an industry celebrity, but almost all of them are fake, closeted, and demonic. So, you fake. You probably hiding in the closet. And you out here cheating on your wife with what's the light-skinned shorty name? You over here talking about a girl in business. The only way she could be around you and work with you is if she giving up them cheeks. And when you peek behind the curtain, it's all a facade. So you wasn't acting like you was the successful businessman before YouTube and this, that, and the third, though. You know what I'm saying? Putting on a facade. You know what I'm saying? Putting on a facade. He is who he's speaking about. You know what I'm saying? They've had a chokehold on the culture and are the worst for it. You're the worst for the culture. I wouldn't say you have a chokehold on it, but you're the worst for the culture. And you ain't even in the culture, but you talk down on the culture, so it makes you, like, in a way, a part of it, because you constantly speaking against it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be friends ever. Buddy, who wants to be your friend? Hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you want to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications. Slap that dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at y'all on the next one, and I'm gone. See you by Peter 9.